Hey, good morning. Day 115 of the 365-day manifesting experiment. And please excuse my hairs that are sticking up on top of my head and I can't stop them because I still have bedhead. I wanted to get on. I felt inspired to get on right now. I usually don't get on until nighttime, but I I've been absent because I've been traveling with family and for graduations and stuff. And it's been a hard 5 days. I mean, good. Every feeling, every emotion, it's been up and down and around. And it made me think about other manifestors. I was thinking, what's it like for other manifestors on a daily basis? Like, if I am always fighting with my feelings like I do, and I hope you can see that I do that, I'm like, boom, 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 with my feelings all the time. And I think, if I master this, it's 115 days in, right? If I master this, am I not going to feel like this? And I keep thinking it's impossible not to feel like this. I think we have to put out what we put out and then really overall work on how we're going to feel. I think overall I feel pretty good most of the time, fairly relaxed, you know, fairly even, or I wouldn't say even either because I'm a pretty emotional person. So but I would definitely say not dark feelings, right? Not sadness, not whatever, just emotional. And one of the things I listened to on my car ride on the way back yesterday was to a gentleman, and I will look his name up, but it was the last manifesting book you'll ever need. And one of his things is that as you're manifesting, if you're brand new to it, then if you start your practices, with the tools, um, it's a good path to start on. But then you'll find yourself perhaps getting loose and loose on it. And it was the reason he was talking about it was because and the reason I resonated with me was because it was felt like me. Like when I manifest things, I get excited about it and I think it's working, but then I lose focus on stuff because I feel like it's on its way and I don't have to worry about it anymore. And then I feel like I hiccup, trip up, and uh, mess up. So the thing he had talked about was the daily practice, which I mean, I get on and I'm not daily practicing the same thing. I am keeping my vibe as high as I can, and I am making sure that I don't lose track of what it is I'm trying to achieve. But I just thought that was interesting. So, I'm putting out there different tools I'm learning. I am trying to study it more, and I'm putting tools in my tool bag to make sure that I have them available. But I think one of the things he said was to try and find something that you um, try and find something that you feel like you could do every day. Like, what can you do that you enjoy that feels fun and interesting and feels good to do versus something becoming a chore? And that was so like, oh yeah, that was a good file away. Now it doesn't sounds obvious, right? But at the same time, sometimes we've all tried to do habits that suck. We don't want to do them. And so, you go on a diet and you're supposed to go running and you hate running. I mean, what the hell? Don't go running. Go do something different. People always say to me, well, I'm going to go do my workout. And they do it on the, like streaming it on computer or TV or whatever. And I'm like, I don't enjoy that. So I don't do that. I go out walking and I will there's a video called The Good Girl. So I'm going to look everything up. My brain is not working yet. It's too early. I haven't had coffee yet. But there's the girls club, the Good Girls Club. I'll look it up. But they have these standing workouts where they work on muscles and they work on toning and that kind of stuff. And I like doing that because they're not long, they're not prolonged. They're like in smaller 30-second moves. and it moves one into the other, and it's fun. I enjoy it. I don't know why, but I do. So that's one of the ones I can handle if I have to stay inside and do something. So in the meantime, that's I don't have much to say today at this point on day 115. Besides the fact that just noticing uh, how do other manifestors operate on a day by day basis. Like, how do they feel every day? Like when you see a manifester on a person who's doing it on the big, on the big end of things, they're always like, my life before sucked and now it's the best ever, and I do this and I do that, and this comes and that comes, and it comes easy, it comes tomorrow. And I'm just like, what's it like when you're like fighting with your husband? Do you know what I mean? Or what's it like when does that never happen after a while? I mean, I can't imagine that that's the case. What do I know? Maybe someone who manifests regularly and is a number one manifester can chime in and say, this is what it's like for us on a daily basis. Even Esther Hicks, who I love to death, um, I know she has bad days. She says, when I have crap happen with my car, it sucks. Or she could lose her patience with the gardens and the sound systems in her house, and little things, right? Not big things, little things. But she's overcome her sadness around her husband passing. But at first, it was a struggle and a half. I mean, why wouldn't it be? So life happens to everybody. So let it, and just get perspective and circle it and embrace the feelings you're having, and that makes you feel a little better as you go. I mean, you know. So that's all. Thank you. Day 115. Bye.